What's up, my crypto legends? In this episode, we are taking a look at the Bitcoin price on the 1 hourly chart. We finally did the C on the ABC correction here, as you can see. Is this level going to hold though, or are we going to come much lower to the support, at least from this ascending channel, or are we going to break major resistance and then continue at least to come and meet the $36,400 range? We're going to take a look at this today, guys, and also the WYCKOFF accumulation and distribution. This is the topic of the last couple of months, but I'm going to show you in this episode how to read the volume on it. It does make sense that this was a distribution eventually with the volume reading, but with the volume reading, this makes sense that this can be an accumulation, and I'll show you why in this episode. Also, we were taking a look at Ethereum has been breaking out from this major support level that we've created from these higher lows. So now we've broken down. Is this going to be a fake out and we're going to come back up? I know that we do have major support here around the $2,000 range. So we might get a bounce or we might break it. I'm going to show you the potential levels in this episode. So if you are interested in trading any opportunities in the crypto space, make sure to check out the PrimeXbt day trading platform. Okay, if you use my link in the description, you can get 50% in addition of what you deposit by using Bitcoinsensus 50 as the promotion code. And my favorite swing trading platform is Bybit. If you use my link in the description, you're getting the best bonus available, which is now $600. Okay, said this, guys, let's go straight into the video. Hello there, Andy here. Welcome back to Bitcoinsensus. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I do daily TA on Bitcoin and crypto. I'm not a financial advisor, so don't buy or sell anything that I say. If you do so, do your own research. Let's go straight into the chart. Okay, zooming in here for the Bitcoin price. If you watched yesterday's episode, we did talk about this huge channel that we are forming to the upside. Also, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves and the ABC correction. We finally met the $32,700 range. Why did I know this, guys? Well, with the Fibonacci extension does help with the second wave of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves or the ABC correction to see where the C can potentially go. If we take the fifth wave from the AB correction, it does tell you how approximately we can arrive here to the $32,600, $700 range, at which we actually are. We could come even lower here for the C correction, which would make sense. But now let's take a look at the scenario. We are getting a bounce right at the $32,700, and you might ask yourself why. Well, we have this huge candle right over here, okay, with this huge amount of volume. So this is a wall of buying pressure going to the upside, as you can see, and the exact back of this candle is around this area. Okay, let me just get this horizontal line over here and get the back of this huge green candle with a huge amount of volume. And this is where we're currently getting bounced, okay? So this is going to be difficult to break to the downside. That's why we're still having some few bounces right over here. It would make sense, okay, looking at the 5 waves, ABC correction, we're getting supported nicely from this huge candle, the back of the candle. So it would make sense to start pumping from here, guys. But eventually, this is crypto, it's Bitcoin. There is a lot of bearishness in the market, also a lot of manipulation. So this price could actually come lower. But by looking at the technicals, it does make sense after this major correction in this channel that we would have to pop to the upside. Now, if we do pop here to the upside, well, we'll have to break this resistance from this downwards channel, which is the measured move is getting the width here from the channel, and from the breakout, this could happen anyway in between today and tomorrow potentially. And yeah, we are going to get hit by this major resistance, which is the neckline from this head and shoulder. Okay, guys, so this is going to be around about the 34,300, 34,500 approximately. So around this area, there is going to be major resistance. This could be a bounce to continue down. We do not know this for sure, but if we do break the neckline, then I do see potentially the price of Bitcoin coming back up here to the $36,400 range, which is the top here from the fifth wave, for an attempt here of a breakout or a double top formation. Now, if we do not manage to break all these resistance, I mean, this is the bad thing about, coming in from a huge downtrend, that you do have quite a lot of resistance to the upside, and maybe potentially going down is easier right now. But we do have this major support from this channel, as you can see right over here. So let me just get this properly with the wicks. So yeah, as you can see from these higher lows, we could even come as low as 32,300. Remember, this is crypto. We might see some spikes to the downside even here before we actually continue up. They want to trick you, okay? This is a very tricky market. We might see some spikes here before we actually get bounced to the upside. So this is what I got for Bitcoin. The bullish case scenario would be breaking these resistance, okay, that I've just mentioned, and coming potentially to this high of the fifth wave. And the bearish scenario, if we do break down the $32,300 range approximately, which is the support from this major channel, I do see another attempt here on retesting this higher low, okay, which is just above the $30,000 range, okay, which would be pretty messy. Then this would be invalid. It will be invalidating this whole structure of the WYCKOFF accumulation. And remember, if you are an experienced trader, make sure to check out the PrimeXbt day trading platform. And remember, if you are an experienced trader, you need to check out the PrimeXbt trading platform. If you use my link in the description and Bitcoinsensus 50 as the promotion code, you're getting 50% in addition of what you deposit. Remember guys, also the tutorial is in the description if you do not know how to use the PrimeXbt platform. Now, let's take a look at this chart over here because I want to explain how this can be an accumulation, all right? It can be by looking at the volume. I'm going to explain here how the volume works in the accumulation and the distribution. Right, on the distribution, while the price is going up, you want to see less volume when it's going up than when it's going down. When it goes down, you want to see more volume, okay? This is an indication that the trend is going up, but there's more volume when in the corrections. Then obviously this is alarming. This means that the distribution is playing out. So you have the price coming up, and if the price while it's coming up, the volume is less than the volume going down, this means the price is slowly pushing up with some small parts of volume, and then they're having the massive sell-off. They bring it up with small amount of volume, then they have the sell-off. Now let me explain to you here with the arrows here from the distribution how it plays out with volume here. Right, let's get the arrows right over here and zoom in a little bit on the price of Bitcoin. With the arrows, we can see this run up that we had over here had this volume. As you can see, there was a little bit of more volume right over here, but check out here in the correction how from this correction we had this amount of volume, as you can see. So there was a lot of selling pressure in the correction. This is the start off already of the distribution. Once the price was going back up again here, going above the $60,000, we can see that the attempt wasn't too strong, and in this case the selling pressure wasn't that much. We could see a mountain of volume here, slightly higher than the first one, than when we had this run up. So it does make sense, okay? We have a little bit more volume here in this correction, but check out the last moment that we had the run up all the way to 65k. We can see the run up here almost hitting 65k, and we can see the volume disappearing while we were going up. So they were just buying little by little, and then eventually having this sell off over here with this volume. You can clearly see there is more volume here than the volume that's been here from the run up. So they are distributing. There's more volume by going down than going up while we are in an uptrend. So this is alarming. This means that the institutions or the big players or the whales, whatever you want to call it, are distributing, because in an uptrend there is more volume while the price is correcting. So let's zoom in here and why this could be an accumulation instead of a redistribution. If it was a redistribution, you want to see the price, the volume when the price is going up. They want to start distributing when we have these spikes to the upside, right? Because they are redistributing, selling to the downside. Well, guess what? There is more volume from the downside, okay, than from the upside. And if we zoom in here, I'm going to show you why. This is very important, guys, for the accumulation and distribution. You can also read it with the VPVR, but we'll go to that as soon as we go through the volume right over here now. So we do have the selling climax eventually with massive selling pressure. At the beginning, just a lot of volatile, so you don't read the volume from here. You read the volume, okay, from the actually secondary test, which is in phase B, and also the spring point, and also these highs over here. Now, we can clearly see that if I get the arrow here, just 1 second, guys, from this secondary test in phase B right over here, which is, coming just around about the $31,000 range, we have this mountain of volume, okay? On the daily, you might see it red or green, but if you zoom in on the lower time frames, you can see the actual buying pressure from those spring points and the secondary test. We can see the volume coming higher while we're at the lowest point, okay? On a redistribution, you want to see the volume coming down, okay? While you're going down, you want to see the volume going higher. So now what can we see also right over here? We can see that when the price was coming down from the 40,000 test, all right, all the way down here, look how the volume has gone down. And where does the volume go up? Right over here. Where is this point? This is the spring point, where we have this massive hammer, okay, hammer candle on the daily. And yeah, we eventually have quite a lot of volume. The volume starts going down again while the price is going, sideways here into this secondary test. So these are 2 points that are really critical. I'm not sure if you do actually understand this. You see volume while we're going up right over here. As you can see, we have this green candle with this volume after the secondary test in phase B. And also you have this volume, the price coming up over here with this amount of volume. Then the volume goes down while we are going sideways. So this is how you read the volume. The volume on an accumulation phase is at the downside, and on a redistribution, it's more at the upside. There is more volume coming at the lower part of this area than at the top part. So it would make sense, okay, that this is an accumulation. Anything can happen eventually. Anybody that has a huge amount of power on trading or that has Bitcoin can just do a massive sell-off, and we might see the price, dipping below. So this is just probabilities. In Bitcoin, it is still a small market below 1 trillion. So just 2 or 3 entities that have billions and billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin can move the market to the downside with a massive sell-off. But the probabilities, this is how you read the accumulation and distribution. I'll go through again. On the distribution, you want to see more volume while we're coming down in the corrections. And on the accumulation, you want to see more volume while we're coming from the low part to the upside. So this is how you read it to see if it's an accumulation or distribution. Let's take a look at Ethereum right now, because Ethereum did break out from this support level of this trend line. As you can see, zooming in here, we did create these higher lows. All right, we were getting supported nicely. We finally broke down. Now the question is, has this been a fake out? There has been a small significant amount of volume from the breakout here of this the support level. So now the question is, will this support here where I have the blue box going to hold? This is the $2,000 range right over here. We did see a nice support bounce right over there. We did see some resistance here, and here. A little bit of volatility right over here, finally breaking out. So this is where we're currently breaking. We did form a double bottom here also, as you can see. There's a clear double bottom scenario right over here. We did actually met the target already from this double bottom scenario from the breakout, almost meeting the target. Yeah, we clearly saw that there was a lot of resistance here because there was major support. Also looking at the chart here. So now the question is, if we break the support level at the $2,000 range, well, I do think the maximum point of, volatility can be the top here of this resistance of the candle. The top of the candle right over there with this huge amount of volume is going to be some type of support, okay? We have this huge candle all right, with this huge amount of volume. So while if we do drop here, we might get supported by the $1,950 range. This would be when Bitcoin goes down to the 32,300 range. It could actually drag the price of Ethereum all the way down to these levels, and we might get a bounce from there. But if this doesn't hold, I do see Ethereum coming all the way down to the $1,890 range. It's the next major support level. As you can see, we had a nice bounce here as support. We bounced here nicely as resistance. So we should see some kind of bounce around this area, $1,890 range. If we do hold from here or from this next one, we might come back up and retest the trend line here that we've just broken out. We were holding nicely from these higher lows right over there. We finally broke out. So this is going to be some type of resistance also if we do come back up. So this is what I got for Ethereum, guys, and today's episode. I hope you liked it. Make sure to check out the Bitcoinsensus website. We've got all sorts here. You've got price predictions. We've got the latest news, technical analysis. The link is in the description so you can check it out. And if you haven't seen my Bybit or my PrimeXbt tutorial to learn how to trade, there's a video popping up on the screen. Massive thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one.